So in today's video we're taking a look at yet another lightsaber. This one of my favourites. If you really know me in that way, you'll know that I've got quite a emotional bond and attachment to this particular character's lightsaber. So let's dive in and check it out. Hey Saber fans, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us as always here at Absolute Sabers. This week we're taking a little look at this absolutely stunning and beautiful Yoda Xenopixel lightsaber. This one in particular, very graciously gifted to us by our great friends at Padawan Outpost. Go to padawanoutpost.com and use our code ABSOLUTE5 at checkout to snag a discount on any sabers on their store. Yeah, so in the Yoda, for me, if you know my story, you know my background with sabers, the Yoda for me is definitely one I've got a very strong emotional attachment to. My grandmother bought me the Yoda Force FX back in 2007 from Master Replicas when I had my first YouTube channel way back when. And I used to review those, and the Yoda was always one that stayed very, very special to me and very dear to me, as it was one of the last things that she, bought me for Christmas, I think it was, before she passed on. So when Jazz and Dave told me that I was to, pick something to review for them, I couldn't not pick up one of these. It is so true to form. If I actually had my Master Replica to hand, I would actually compare the two. This thing reminds me so much of that Master Replica hilt. It is so basic looking, however, obviously very distinct emitter. Super small in the hand, like you can see how small it is just by me holding this. Super small in the hand, obviously. Chrome, so fingerprint magnet, get your polishing cloths out for this one folks. Single button, lit pixel PCB, USB-C charging on board as well. Lovely little 24mm speaker installed as well. It is absolutely gorgeous, really, really nice. It made me feel like I was 17 again, opening up that Force FX for the first time, I'm not going to lie. So it's really, really nice to have this and to take a look at this and to be able to take a look at this saber. So this is the Xeno V2 version. The V3 is actually now available. Xeno 3 came out this past month. We do have a dedicated Xeno 3 video coming very, very shortly. There's just a few little bugs that I've reported that are supposed to be getting ironed out, and I'd like that to happen before I do any tutorials or any kind of real run-throughs of Xeno 3. But overall, it's a very enjoyable experience off the bat. Just a couple little things. So this is and will be available in Xeno V3. The V3 stock is slowly kind of trundling in to Padawan Outpost at this time. If you are picking something up and you're not quite sure if it's V2 or V3, just ping them a message. They are so responsive, it is unreal. Some of the best customer service around, so ping them a message, they'll be able to tell you exactly what it is you're going to be getting if you're looking at a Xenopixel. In terms of this hilt, what do you get in the box? You get obviously the lovely saber itself. You get a blade plug with the Jedi insignia on it. In fact, I'll just try and show you that there. Really nice. USB Type-C charger. This does have Type-C charging on board. Obviously Xenopixel, so you're going to get yourself a micro SD card reader. Usual. You're going to get a little screw pack as well, grub screws for blade retention, an Allen wrench, a little safety card too. And obviously you've got your Xenopixel manual, pretty standard from the manufacturer. Nexus runs through all the soundboards that they do. So you get everything that you absolutely definitively need. Obviously you get a stand as well, not this one. You do get a stand. It's not much different to this, to be honest with you. I just prefer these stands, if I'm honest with you. A little bit kind of more rigid for doing content, but in terms of the stand that comes with it, I've got plenty of them lying around. I use them all the time. You do get a display stand so that you can display this beautiful saber. The hilt itself, I believe, made of chrome plated brass. It is a stunning little hilt. Very simple as well. It doesn't look simple, it's quite small. But a very, very stunning little hilt. Very, very nice. Overall. Lovely sound venting down here at the pommel. But in terms of accessing your chassis for charging, very simple. Just unscrew your hand grip. USB-C charger right here. Now the one gripe I did have with this model, and I do believe it has now been rectified, is that this has the old style caddy for the SD card, where you just slide the SD card out. This is a bit of a hindrance, as you can probably see, with the chassis, because you can't slide that SD card out. You just can't do it, there's not enough clearance. So what you need to do is, if you do have this model, you just need to pop this screw out of here, slide the chassis out, open the chassis up very carefully, obviously, because there are some wires attached to the button, and then obviously just slide that out. The new style, I believe, has the new caddy, which you just flick forward, it opens up, and the SD card just drops out. So that was my only complaint really with this hilt. In terms of the hilt itself though, very, very nice. Like I said, chrome plated brass. It is a beauty to look at, definitely one of those iconic prequels hilts, and it's very, very weighty with being brass. Definitely know you've got something in your hand, even though it is small and mighty. So obviously you do get a blade with it as well. It's a 28 inch, 7/8 inch diameter, rather than the 1 inch, which is kind of the standard these days. But the 7/8 inch is, in my opinion, a better looking blade. It looks a lot nicer when it's lit up, and it's a lot less heavy too, a lot lighter. So 7/8 diameter blade with this one, and it is a snug fit, as I'm about to demonstrate just now. Got our little tool here, and actually, funny story behind this tool, we were actually at, Ryan and I from Black Star Sabers were at the Edinburgh Comic Con last October, and we were helping Padawan Outpost, you know, because they were there with their stall doing what they do best, and we're helping them kind of tear down on the Sunday evening, and then we got a notification that the car park, the public car park, was closing. So we had to hotfoot it out there, and I had this in my pocket. So Dave, I'm really sorry, but I'm keeping this one. It was so handy to use. 3 blade retention holes around the top of the emitter here. I'm only using 2 because it is a very, very tight fit. You could probably get away with 1, to be honest, but this one is a very tight fit. You will need to kind of put some force into that to get it down there, and then just tighten up those retention screws. Nice and snug, not over tight. But that's the full thing right there. So if you're wondering, I'm going to get a Yoda Saber, is it going to come with a ridiculously huge blade? No, it definitely comes with something that is, you know, of par for this size hilt and for the character. So definitely kind of accurate in that respect. In terms of sound fonts that come on this beautiful little saber, over 30 is Xeno V2, so 30, over 30 is the standard with Nexus, who are the producer of these sabers. And I have added a couple of my own, so why don't we go and take this little thing for a swing around, see how she feels, come back, I'll give you my full thoughts on the Yoda hilt from our dear friends Padawan Outpost. So like I said earlier on, over 30 sound fonts come pre-installed on the Xenopixel hilts. That's Xeno 2 and the new Xeno 3 as well. I have added a couple customs to this because it is this particular hilt. It's very special to me, so we've got a custom boot up.
Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose.
So that did not come standard, obviously. If you want to know how to do that, very, very simple. Just drop a little question below and I will help you as best I possibly can to achieve these custom boot ups on Xenopixel 2 or 3. It will work for both. It's just so fun to swing this thing about. So obviously, usual font package, all your blade styles, all your ignition styles, all your effects. We know this board well enough by now, folks. On the channel, we know what we're getting with this. Yeah, I just really love this little saber. It's so dear to my heart. It always has been, always will be. Let's head back. I'll give you my final thoughts on the little Yoda Grandmaster from our friends at Padawan Outpost. So there we have it, folks. That was the Yoda Xeno V2 from Padawan Outpost. Really, really nice. It's so fun to swing this one around, to be honest with you, because it is so small. You can pretty much get away with doing anything with it. It's a joy to have in the collection. It is definitely one that everyone, in my opinion, has to have in their collection. And you can visit padawanoutpost.com and use our code ABSOLUTE5 at checkout to snag yourself 5% off their already incredible prices. Overall, thoroughly enjoy this. It's a solid 9 for me. I'm going to be biased, obviously, but solid 9 from me. I love the way that it's been constructed and designed. I love the way that the chassis is held in by one simple screw. Would it be nice to have this as a kind of green light up LED? Absolutely, of course it would have been. But then we would have had holes on the back for retention onto the chassis. And to be honest, I think it's a very clever decision to utilise this part here as a retention screw. So yeah, overall, really, really dig the design. Chassis access is so simple, really, really easy. Just boom, done. Charging port, SD card, and that's it. You know, so simple, so easy to access. It's definitely one of those hilts that I can't really flaw anything with it. Obviously on this one in particular, that old SD card caddy, fair enough, but the newer ones have got the new one installed, so it's a lot easier for SD card access, but I can't flaw this. I really love it, I dig it. You know, and it seems to be now that pretty much everything that is coming from Nexus via Padawan to us, there's a recurring theme here. Again, I've said it a million times. The quality is just getting better and better. The design work is getting better and better. I'm starting to sound like a broken record when it comes to that, but it is so true, and that's why I stand by these products for the budget market. Obviously with Xeno 3 as well, you now have this Bluetooth app, which is absolutely fantastic. Tells you everything about your hilt, like your saber, battery percentage. You can toggle power on and off, different fonts, different effects. It is wonderful. You have accent swings on Xeno 3 as well. So like I said, this is available at Xeno 3. If you're not too sure, shoot Padawan Outpost a message or an email, either Instagram or a direct email. They will get back to you pretty quickly and they'll let you know exactly what it is that you're purchasing. But if you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a prequels fan, an OTs fan, even a sequels fan, guys, come on. You need a Yoda lightsaber in your collection. If you haven't got one, definitely pick one up. I just love how dainty and small this thing is. It is absolutely wonderful. And the weight to it, the first time I actually held this, I'm not going to lie, I picked this up and I was like, oh, that's really weighty. I did not expect it to be that heavy. Definitely has our seal of approval. Wonderful, love it, solid 9 out of 10. Anyway folks, that's it for this one. If you haven't already, please go and subscribe to our channel if you are a regular viewer around here, which a lot of you are, and I know you are. I know you are. You right there, you. You're a regular viewer. Go and hit subscribe, smash the like button, leave your thoughts down below on this beautiful little hilt. We'll see you in the next one. As always, until next time, may the Force be with you all.